Hello, my name is Knack45, and today, whenever I opened up my YouTube feed, I was given a unique video by Magic the Gathering, in which they had new reveals for Oath of the Gatewatch, the new set that will be coming out in January. And there's been a lot of leaks of certain cards lately, and many people have been bringing up the debate of whether or not these are legit. And so let's going to take a look at one of these. This is Kozilek the Great Distortion. He is a 12/12 for 8 and what appears to be 2 of an unknown mana symbol, and we'll get to those in a second. When you cast Kozilek the Great Distortion, if you have fewer than 7 cards in your hand, draw cards equal to the difference. He also has the ability Menace, which I believe means he can only be blocked by more than one creature. And discard a card with converted mana cost X. Counter target spell with converted mana cost X. Avoid as cryptic as reality itself. He is a mythic and a legendary creature, and so bring that up, you could very well see a commander deck running him. Looking at the 2 mana symbols up in the top there, that is the new symbol that they're using for basic mana. I'm sorry, not basic, colorless mana. So there is white, blue, black, red, and green. And now you have colorless. Colorless mana normally came through special lands sources. So one example would be, I have right here, Quicksand. Quicksand, you tap and you get 1 of just colorless mana here. These new diamond symbols is what represents that. So that means no matter what you do, you have to have at least 2 colorless and then 8 of any color. And so in order to pay him off, you would use, for example, special lands this, such as Quicksand or Unstable Frontier or Reliquary Tower. And so as I mentioned beforehand, he is a legendary creature, so maybe running a commander deck is a viable option. The issue with commander is, since it is a 100 card singleton format, getting the proper mana, using single copies of special lands can cause an issue for some deck building tactics. In response, they did add a new land type called Wastes. Now, Wastes, as you can see, is a basic land with the diamond symbol, letting you know that this is using 1 waste can sate playing your Kozilek here. You need at least 2 wastes to do that, though, or 2 of any colorless. Sorry about that. And I do remember in the video they were discussing how common will wastes be. They said that you have twice the chances of getting a waste than you do getting a common in a pack. So that means the new Oath of the Gatewatch release, since it will be based around Two-Headed Giant, also means that there's a strong chance that you'll be seeing a lot of Devoid decks as well. Earlier today I did release another video in which I was pretty excited for that, and I was just a little confused as to what exactly does the new land represent. The new land is an easier way to go about playing colorless strategies. This of course leaves options for even more interesting commander decks. So you could run a non-color with your commander being per se Kozilek, and even dropping in maybe Ugin the Spirit Dragon as a planeswalker to kind of go about with colorless. That also brings up another question as to whether or not how is that going to affect commander, in the sense that if it doesn't go with the general's commander identity, will that change up the rules on whether or not you're allowed to play colorless in your commander deck? Will that affect the colorless option in your commander deck as well? These, of course, will be answered in time, and as soon as Oath of the Gatewatch comes out, The pre-release is on January 16th, from what I remember, and the full release will be on January 22nd. Uh, I believe throughout this week, Wizards of the Coast will be giving us more and more updates onto exactly what will be going into the Oath of the Gatewatch, and what new cards we can expect, and whether or not devoid strategies will lead to anything interesting. For the time being, my name is Knack45, and I'm signing.